Has the president declared war on international drug cartels? And if so, or if he will, does he feel he needs congressional approval? As the White House has said many times, remember, I'm the president of peace. The president has directed these actions. These strikes against Venezuelan drug cartels and these boats. Water drugs, just a simple term, consistent with his responsibility to protect the United States' interests abroad and in furtherance of the U.S. national security and foreign policy interests. This is pursuant to his constitutional authority as commander-in-chief. They said he will start a war. I'm not going to start a war. I'm going to stop wars. And the chief executive to conduct foreign relations. He's going to be the president of peace. In each of these cases, Michael, the vessels have been assessed by the U.S. intelligence community. Well, then my intelligence community is wrong. Who in the intelligence community said that? To be affiliated with designated terrorist organizations engaged at the time in trafficking illicit drugs to our country. To get the Nobel Peace Prize. Yeah, because nothing says Nobel Peace Prize quite like posting videos of unconstitutional, state-sanctioned murders to your true social hole. What's up, guys? I'm Boston Brian here from the Midas Touch Network and host of Blunt Politics. And the man that said he was going to the president of peace. The man that said he was not going to start any new wars. Generalissimo Bones Spurs and his sidekick, Brigadier Booze Bag, are now doing their best to bring us to the brink of war with Venezuela. As tensions continue to rise between Maduro and Trump, Trump is now posting again to his true social sinkhole. Another video of what is now, I believe, the fourth now unconstitutional strike on a Venezuelan boat that he claims is a narco terrorist boat carrying drugs. This time I think he posted it was loaded with enough drugs to kill 25 to 50,000 people and implied it was entering American territory. This without giving any further evidence, any further details as to who the people may have been on the boat or what they were actually carrying. But this is, again, in line with his other 3 strikes where we didn't get any other information. This time, I believe, killed 4 people. And it's kind of ironic to me that he's telling us to rely heavily and solely upon his own intelligence, community, and the information that he's getting went over his entire political career. He's done nothing but tell us not to trust his intelligence communities. We all remember that time in 2018 in Helsinki in that same meeting where Vladimir Putin was, asked very directly by a reporter if he wanted Donald Trump to win in the election and if he instructed any of his people surrounding him to help that happen. Here, I'll play the clip here. President Putin, did you want President Trump to win the election? And did you direct any of your officials to help him do that? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Because he talked about bringing the U.S.-Russia relationship back to normal. And in that same meeting, Donald Trump went on to tell everybody that he believed Vladimir Putin over his own intelligence community. And Coates came to me and some others. They said they think it's Russia. I have President Putin. He just said it's not Russia. I will say this. I don't see any reason why it would be. Okay. So, spam me and please forgive me if I'm not exactly quick to believe what Donald Trump is saying. The intelligence communities that he now controls are saying, or the neocons surrounding him are saying, especially just days after his own Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, pretty much confirmed that he also believes that Donald Trump is unhinged and unwell. The president is unhinged. He is unwell. What are you doing? On your side are too. I don't control. Oh my God, please, that performance in front of the generals that I didn't see, that is so dangerous. And I don't think it's any secret to any of us just how quickly things could kick off here. I mean, anytime you have 2 militaries within that close of proximity, it's inherently dangerous. Accidents can occur. We look no further than just last month when the 2 Venezuelan jets did the buzz-by of the United States Navy. I mean, if anybody on that ship decided to take a shot, or if anybody on the jets decided to take a shot, or if any mistakes were made, I mean, you can see just how fast things can kick off. The strike killing 4 comes just days after Venezuela accused the United States of having 5 jets within close proximity, calling that a provocation. I mean, regardless of what you think of Nicolas Maduro, it doesn't take much of listening to what he has to say and what he said recently, and what people in his military sphere have said that they are taking this very seriously and they are under no illusions, of the actions that they need to take to stop the United states from conducting these illegal strikes. For example, here's just the latest and most recent example of the rhetoric Maduro is using in the stance he's taking against Donald Trump and his regime. There will be no empire in this world that will take it away, that will remove it. Millions and millions of men and women in Venezuela have managed to contain and overcome all the multifaceted wars of the American empire. What is intended against Venezuela is an armed aggression to impose a regime, change to install puppet governments, and to steal the oil, gas, gold, and all the natural resources. And believe me, it's far from just Nicolas Maduro that is calling for action here. I mean, here is CNN interviewing a sergeant from the Bolivarian army that is very much aligned with Maduro and the Venezuelan military. And here's what he had to say. Would happen if the United States continued to conduct these strikes, or if they attacked Venezuelan homeland. What would happen if indeed the United States took an attack against Venezuela? Take a listen to what he said. Not just one Vietnam, but 100 Vietnams in every neighborhood, in every community, not only here in Venezuela, but the whole region. And there are many more clips just like that you can find from all over the internet. I mean, it's very clear to me that Donald Trump, Pete Hegseth, and people like Marco Rubio are actively playing with fire in this situation. And again, this latest strike killing comes out on the heels of some very good reporting from people from the New York Times and other outlets that have been actively reporting on the policy of regime change coming from inside the Trump administration. One of them says Venezuela, America, and the specter of regime change. Another by the New York Times says top. Trump aides push for ousting Maduro from power in Venezuela. So you can be damn sure that Maduro has seen these, has read these, and is under no illusions as to what the ultimate goal of the United States is. But this is again a very dangerous situation that Donald Trump, Pete Hegseth, Marco Rubio, and others are actively getting us involved in. We are actively involved in, again, illegal, unconstitutional, and against international law strikes on people that have been given no due process. We have done absolutely no investigatory work whatsoever to figure out what they are actually carrying, who the people on these bulge actually are. It's ridiculous to think that with everything else going on in this world, with all of the pressing issues now being faced both domestically and abroad, that Donald Trump is willingly and actively trying to get us engaged in another armed conflict. Again, the president of peace, the guy that said he was going to start no new wars, but also the guy that's actively conducted more airstrikes in his first few months in office in his second term than Joe Biden did in his 4 years as president. What else do you expect from a demented, selfish old fool who's surrounded by neocons like Marco Rubio and Alcoholic Weekend? Fox News hosts that happen to be defense secretary now, like Pete Hegseth. This is an incredibly dangerous situation that we need to keep our eyes on, as well as many other situations going on throughout the world because of the incompetency, because of the corruption of the Trump administration. But if you like what you're hearing, if you like what you're seeing at the Mid-Stutch Network, I would very much advise you to check us out at patreon.com/Minitus. You can also check out more of me, Boston, at patreon.com/Boston. I really appreciate you guys for your support. Please make sure you like and subscribe. We're on our way to 6 million subscribers here at Mid-Stutch, which is absolutely incredible if we have not hit that already, and it is only due to the passion, aggression, and support of you guys. So thank you very much. Make sure you're staying out there. Get loud, get proud. Find your nearest protest, find your nearest rally. Make sure you're keeping your head on a swivel out there. Make sure you're staying safe. Until next time, I'm Boston Brian. Continue to kick ass and have a great night. Love this video? Support independent media and unlock exclusive content. Add free videos and custom emojis by becoming a paid member of our YouTube channel today. You can also gift memberships to others. Let's keep growing together. Music.